Everyone wants the secret, the magic bullet, the crypto coin that goes to the moon overnight. We are addicted to the idea of wealth, but allergic to the process of creating it. You clicked on this video because of the title, 12 Guaranteed Applicable Steps to Get Rich in 1 Year. It sounds like clickbait. It sounds impossible. And for 99% of people watching, it absolutely is. Because most people want comfort. Getting rich in 12 months is the opposite of comfortable. It is an act of financial violence against your current lifestyle. Let's redefine terms right now. If rich to you means $50 million in the bank by next December, turn this off. But if rich means achieving escape velocity, going from 0 assets to a 6-figure net worth, killing all toxic debt, and building an income engine that changes your family's trajectory forever, then keep watching. The steps I'm about to give you are guaranteed applicable. That means the mechanics work every single time they are actually tried. The variable is not the system. The variable is your capacity for pain and discipline for 365 days. This is a documentary of what could happen if you stopped making excuses and started making moves. This is the 1-year wealth sprint. Part 1. The Foundation, Quarters 1 and 2. You cannot build a skyscraper on quicksand. Before we talk about making money, we have to stop bleeding money. The first 90 days are about radical deconstruction. Step 1. The wartime mindset shift. Step 1 isn't financial, it's psychological. You have to declare martial law on your life. Normal behavior gets normal results. If you want abnormal results in 1 year, you need abnormal behavior. You need to accept that for the next 12 months, you will be the boring friend. You will miss parties. You will work weekends. You will be tired. You must internalize that your current comfort is the enemy of your future freedom. Write down a contract to yourself. Sign it. This isn't a soft commitment. This is a deployment.
Step 2. The forensic audit. Most people live in a fog of financial ignorance. They know what comes in, but they have no idea what goes out. You need to perform a forensic audit of the last 90 days of your life. Print out every bank statement and credit card bill. Get 3 highlighters: green for survival, rent, basic groceries, utilities; yellow for obligatory debt payments; red for everything else. If your life looks like this, you are bleeding out. The goal of the audit isn't to feel guilty, it's to find the data. You cannot manage what you do not measure. You need to know exactly to the penny how much it costs to keep you alive versus how much it costs to keep you entertained. Step 3. The zero-based extreme budget. The audit reveals the problem. The extreme budget is the immediate surgical intervention. For 1 year, forget the 50-30-20 rule. That's for normal times. This is wartime. We are moving to a zero-based extreme budget. That means every single dollar you earn has a job before it hits your account. Here is the rule for the next year. If it doesn't keep a roof over your head, keep you physically healthy enough to work, or directly generate more income, it gets cut. This is the hardest part. It means selling the car that defines your ego, moving into a smaller apartment, eating rice and beans. It sucks, but remember the timeline. It's 365 days. You can endure anything for a year if the payoff is freedom. Part 2. The acceleration phase. Income explosion. You cannot save your way to rich. You can only save your way to not poor. Frugality is the shield, but income is the sword. Now that we've stopped the bleeding, it's time to attack. Step 4. Maximize primary value. Before looking for new money, extract maximum value from where you already spend 40 hours a week. Most people are underpaid because they are afraid to ask for more. In month 3 of your sprint, you are going to negotiate a raise or a promotion, but you don't go in begging, you go in with a business case. Document the value you bring. Show how you've exceeded KPIs. If they say no, you have your answer. Your current vehicle cannot take you where you need to go. You must immediately start looking for a laterally move to a competitor for a 20 to 30% bump. Loyalty to a stagnant paycheck is financial suicide. Step 5. The scalable side hustle, not a second job. Do not confuse a second job with a scalable hustle. Driving Uber is a second job. When you stop driving, the money stops. To get rich in a year, your second income source needs leverage. You need to find something with high leverage. This falls into 2 buckets: selling high-value services or selling digital products. If you're an accountant, don't just do more tax returns. Offer high-end financial consulting to small business owners for a monthly retainer. If you know how to code, don't just freelance by the hour. Build a Shopify plugin and sell it repeatedly. The goal of Step 5 is to generate an extra $2,000 to $5,000 a month that is entirely separate from your salary. This money is holy. It does not get spent. It is ammunition for the next steps. Step 6. The debt avalanche. With your expenses cut to the bone and your income rising, you now have the gap, the difference between what you make and what you spend. This is where wealth is born. Before you invest a dime, you must destroy high-interest debt. Credit cards, payday loans, high-interest car notes, these are chains around your ankles. We use the avalanche method. List all debts by interest rate, highest to lowest. Pay minimums on everything and throw every single spare dollar, all that new hustle money, at the debt with the highest interest rate. When that first card hits 0, the psychological win is massive. Then you take all that money and attack the next one. In this 1-year sprint, your goal is to be consumer debt-free by month 7. Part 3. The wealth engine, building the machine. You are 7 months in. You are exhausted. Your friends think you're in a cult, but you have 0 consumer debt and you're generating thousands in extra income. Now we pivot from defense to offense. Now we build the engine. Step 7. The untouchable security fund. You cannot take risks if you are terrified of losing your job. You need a moat around your castle. Before we swing for the fences, we need a safety net. You need 3 months of your bare-bones living expenses sitting in a high-yield savings account. This is not for a vacation. This is not for a new iPhone. This money is untouchable unless a true disaster strikes. This fund buys you the psychological bandwidth to make aggressive moves in the next steps without panic. Step 8. Automate the boring investments. Real wealth isn't built by staring at 6 monitors and day trading crypto. It's built by being consistently boring for a long time. We are going to set up systems so you get rich even if you forget to. You are going to open a low-cost brokerage account. You will set up automatic transfers to buy broad market, low-fee index funds like the S&P 500 every single time you get paid. Why? Because in a 1-year sprint, we don't have time to gamble on picking individual stock winners. We need guaranteed market participation. You are planting seeds now that will grow into forests years after this sprint is over. Step 9. The high-income skill sprint. Your most powerful asset is not your brokerage account. It's your ability to solve expensive problems for other people. Look at the marketplace. What skills are paying $200, $300, $500 an hour right now? It's usually things like specialized digital marketing, high-level data analysis, specific coding languages, or complex B2B sales. Dedicate the last quarter of your year to an intense skill sprint. Spend $500 on a serious certification course, not some guru's mastermind, but hard technical skills. Learn it. Practice it. Build a portfolio project. This skill is what takes your side hustle income from $3K a month to $10K a month next year. Part 4. The force multipliers, the final push.
We are in the final stretch, months 10, 11, and 12. The mechanics are running. Now we need force multipliers to ensure this new reality sticks. Step 10. The environment audit. You've changed, but have your surroundings? You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If those 5 people are broke and cynical, you will revert to their mean. This is the most painful step for many. You need to audit your circle. You don't have to cut off your old friends, but you must dilute their influence. You need to actively seek out rooms where you are the poorest, dumbest person at the table. Go to industry meetups, join higher-level business groups. Proximity to success is contagious. You need to normalize talking about ideas and assets, not just people and events. Step 11. Leverage OPE, other people's energy. You all have the same 24 hours. The rich have learned how to buy more hours. By month 11, your side hustle should be straining your capacity. You cannot work any harder. It's time to use OPE, other people's energy. Hire a virtual assistant to handle your emails. Hire a freelance editor for your content. Hire a bookkeeper. Stop doing $10 per hour tasks when you are capable of generating $200 per hour value. The goal isn't laziness. The goal is to free you up to do only the things that only you can do. Step 12. The 1-year pivot review. Day 365. You made it. You are likely exhausted, but you are standing in a completely different financial landscape than where you started. Now you review. Look at your net worth. Look at your income streams. You have momentum. The biggest mistake now is to take your foot off the gas completely. You don't have to stay in wartime mode forever. That's unsustainable, but you cannot go back to your old life. You pivot to a peacetime strategy. You loosen the budget slightly. You celebrate, but the systems, the investing, the skill building, the hustle, those stay turned on forever. 12 steps, 1 year. I told you at the beginning this wasn't about buying a Lamborghini in 12 months. If you follow these steps with 0 deviation, here is what being rich in 1 year actually looks like. It looks like sleeping through the night because you have money in the bank. It looks like walking into your boss's office knowing you don't need that job to survive. It looks like the quiet confidence of knowing you can generate income on demand. The steps are guaranteed to work. The only question remaining is, are you willing to do the work? The clock starts now.